praises and saying, we are behind you, which was previously a job reserved for Kenya Kwanza MPs, accompanying the president for church service. ODM is now fighting for a bigger stake in government. Now we have the deputy president designate. He has a very big job to mobilize Gema behind Ruto. We've seen the kind of disquiet, especially coming from the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. We've had even statements made by the president himself. During Madaraka Day, many would argue that he almost attempted to rewrite history by mentioning every other freedom fighter in Kenya and ignoring one region particularly, and leaving out the even known names of freedom fighters who in history have been talked about. That how would it be possible for any one person, Kithure Kindiki or any other, to correct that going forward? Mutambu.
I pity my good friend Kindiki, because that is not a task to send anybody today. Kindiki is a very nice person, outgoing, he interacts with everyone, he has no enemies, right? But the virtue of his boss, right, being the one who has created all this. Because what I want to say is this: if Ruto himself, not to send anybody, this is not the time when God sends angels, it is God to come himself. This is the time for Ruto himself, not sending anybody, to try and see if he can make peace with Mt.Kenya. And not only Mt.Kenya. There are other places. There are people who worked so hard for Ruto to become what he is today. And he is not, if he is not going to recollect himself and get these people back and talk to them, Kalonzo will be the president. Take this to the bank.
Okay.
If Ruto is not going to engage the people he engaged when he became the president, if he thinks that he has gotten a new ally and he is comfortable, he is in safe haven, we've been there with ODM. We as a community, as a region, ask me. And for your information, Eastern now, where I come from, we border 66 provinces. We border Northeastern, we border Coast, we border Central, we border Rift Valley, we border Nairobi. Okay? But we never made alliances with our neighbors. We went to Western and Nyanza. We left the rest. So I know the East very well. And I know how, and I don't want to categorize any region here, but I know how we were treated. And this will not be new treatment to Ruto when it comes to 2027. Watch this space. One thing I know, Baba, whether it's in AU or not, whether you put him on a wheelbarrow or on a car, Raila will buy. So if Ruto feels that he's so comfortable with that new alliance whereby he's now being received by Kaluma, and you see that deceiving smile of my good friend Kaluma when he tells him, okay, you know, I read a lot of things which are not pronounced there. I hear them. But what I'm saying is this, and I remember quoting here, Ruto and Mt.Kenya is kaput, finished. And it's done.
That's exactly the image that the president has been painting over the past few weeks. He has even cancelled planned events